It is time for kitchen creations. Ronnie Nasuti is a little distracted by Sunny over there, who's looking for a little extra nibbles. Well, today we're featuring beef and sauerkraut stew. You can find it in today's Star Advertiser. It's in Betty SHIMABUKURO's By Request column if you'd like more details as well as the recipe. Well, Chef Ronnie from Tikis Grill and Bar is here to show us how it's done. What'd you think?
Okay, so well, it's pretty good. It's very German. You have to cook things in stages. So for TV, that's what I did. You're supposed to render the bacon, not make it crispy. Do the beef, remove all that, then add the onions and sweat them off. I got a little bit too much color on them.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you everything because it's already been rendered.
All
but
right.
it's at this point I would have put the onions in.
Okay.
You know, there's 2 pounds of sauerkraut in this recipe.
A lot.
Which is a lot. This is the beef, and I already browned it all off in the bacon fat.
Oh, with the bacon fat, yum.
Yep. That's the bacon. It would have all been in there and then came back out. Now you had a lot of cooking going on there. So at that point, like I said, it just would have been in stages. That simple. Render the bacon, but don't make it crispy. You get the fat to cook the other ingredients inside. And then you pretty much add everything else. It asks to add water, sauerkraut. This recipe has 2 pounds of sauerkraut and 1.5 pounds of beef. I guess Betty's nephew makes sauerkraut.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows why we eat sauerkraut, right?
You just get it like this from the store?
I bought this in a jar, yep. I didn't
Okay.
make it, but I guess her kid makes it.
Oh.
Sauerkraut's full of probiotics. So
that's true.
we take antibiotics, that screws up our gut, right?
Right.
It screws up the healthy bacteria that's inside of us.
So we need probiotics.
I think when you're cooking the sauerkraut, that's a different story, but when you're eating sauerkraut in its raw form,
That's right.
it's like eating kimchi. It's you're adding all that probiotic back that your body needs to digest food properly.
Better to eat it raw. But not in this recipe. I'm sure it's going to be delicious.
So it has mustard seeds. I used black ones because that's what I had. Good luck finding those. I went to Foodland and they had no mustard seeds, only in ground form.
Okay.
I don't know if that's an island thing. There's a little bit of sugar, okay, to counter some of the acid in the sauerkraut. There's 1/4 cup of apple juice, and then it calls for 1 ounce of dried mushrooms, any kind. At the supermarket, they only had dried shiitakes, so that's what I grabbed.
So you soaked those in water before, right?
Soaked them in water, right? Bloomed them in water. Okay, so you take all that. It should have enough liquid to pretty much cover it when it's all pressed down. This has to simmer for about 1 hour to make the beef tender.
Enough.
It's beef chuck is what the recipe calls for. After the water comes out of the beef and everything else, could have put a little bit more water in here, and then you would cover it and stew it for about 1 hour, it says, or however long it takes it to get soft.
Okay.
And then this is what you have when you're done.
Wow.
I took the liberty of... Right,
Oh, you added some noodles.
It's very hearty. I took the liberty of cooking some egg noodles and putting a little butter on them.
All right.
You know, it's not stroganoff, but that's...
I like it, though.
Well,
This looks good.
Well, you have to eat it, so I thought it would be better that way with some noodles.
Chef, always thinking of us. I like it.
Right?
All right.
All that juice and mushrooms and loving goodness.
All right.
And then there you go. There's some chopsticks, and eat it.
I think I need a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't
All right.
have one.
Well, we're gonna try this in just a little bit. We want to thank Chef Ronnie from Tikis Grill and Bar for coming in for this edition of Kitchen Creations. We'll take a short break and be back here on Sunrise.
Today's Sunrise Business Report is sponsored by Central Pacific Bank.